I'm here today on Island Focus with Scott Nago, who is the Chief Elections Officer here in Hawaii with the Office of Elections. Thank you for taking the time to be with us, Scott.
Thank you for having me.
Can you help us understand the role of the Office of Elections and relative to political parties?
Any organization or a group of people want to form a political party, they would have to file a petition with signatures on it of registered voters. They file it with our office. As well as after the election, there is a requirement that you get X amount of votes. Our office determines party qualifications of who is still a political party at the next election 2 years later.
Generally, the work of the Office of Elections is to ensure that our election process works.
The mission of the Office of Elections is to provide secure, accessible, and convenient election services to the voters. Voter education, the state is responsible for printing the ballot, counting the ballots.
And this year, because Hawaii has the vote by mail option, it's a transition year. What are you noticing in the community?
This year, because of this is the first year we are voting by mail. The law did pass in 2019, so we're not voting by mail because of the pandemic. We would be voting by mail either way, but we did notice that because of the pandemic, a lot of our traditional means of reaching the voters was not available to us. So we had to find other methods of reaching the voters. We had virtual Facebook Live events, take out ads in the papers. We had commercials that we ran. It was challenging to actually reach out to the voters. Did get a lot of feedback from voters that they did see our messaging, and we didn't hear of anybody going to the polling places on election day rather than mailing in their ballots.
So it's challenging to reach out, as you said, to the public.
Yes. So every registered voter will get their ballot in the mail approximately 18 days prior to election. So all you have to do is fill it out. There's already an envelope that's pre-addressed, pre-postage paid. Fill it out, sign that envelope, drop it in the mail, and make sure you drop it in the mail 7 days prior to the election.
You know, over the years, you've been at the Office of Elections since I've known you. What are you noticing about the voters in our state?
Since 2014, more people have actually voted not on election day, so they either voted by mail or at an early walk-in voting site. Voters that I've talked to in the community have basically expressed to me that they vote by absentee mail. It's the easiest thing. They don't know why more people have to take advantage of that. They found it to be so easy and convenient that they don't want to go to the polling place anymore. That's what we thought when the legislature passed mail. I mean, we thought that making it as easy and as convenient for voters to cast their ballot, they would actually cast their ballot. And you saw that in the last primary election where over 400,000 people cast their ballot, more than ever in a primary election.
What have you noticed in terms of demographics over the years of voters?
In the last election, of the votes cast, 38% of those were of the 65 and older. We did notice that in the 30 and under population, the 18 to 30-year-olds, that only accounted for about 8% of the over 400,000 ballots cast. So there's definitely more than that many registered voters there under 30. Why they didn't vote, I don't know. We're trying to make it as easy and accessible and convenient for them. For some reason, we have to reconnect with them.
Well, I think that's a good moment to pause because it puts responsibility on the community and schools and parents to encourage our younger generation to not only take this seriously, but to know that it matters. Our vote matters.
Your right to vote, a lot of people did a lot to get you that right to vote, and I don't think it's something that people should just squander away, because a lot of people did a lot to get you to that point, and I think you should take advantage of it.
Thank you so much. That's a really wonderful point to end our conversation today, and I appreciate the work you're doing and the time that you spent with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You've just had the opportunity to meet Scott Nago, who is the Chief Elections Officer with the Hawaii State Office of Elections. Mahalo.